So today I'm joined by my guest Lee Hussell from Weber's Estate Agents. Lee, how are you doing?
Yeah, very good, David. Good morning. Yeah, all good. Lots on, lots to do, lots of business happening. So all good stuff. Yeah, thank
Good.
you.
Well, we're going to keep you busy. I'm going to just ask you a few questions about your experience with one particular supplier, and I have to confess to this being an area that we don't talk about as much or enough, really, in estate agency, and it sort of sits in that area of almost ancillary services that an estate agent doesn't necessarily assume that they need or want, but can add to the bottom line, and that, simply put, is foreign currency. So we both have great experience selling properties here in the UK, and occasionally the end of the chain is somebody who says, "Oh yeah, I'm not buying locally. It's fine. I'm moving abroad. We're going to Greece or to Spain or to wherever it may be. They're going to live out their dreams in the Mediterranean sunshine." And we think no more of it. We thank them for their business and we move them on. But we don't take into account very often that there's money movement involved there, and sometimes vast amounts of it. And the way that it's moved and the rate at which it's moved can make a significant difference to not only the dynamic of the deal that you're working on, because obviously they're calculating every penny that they're going to get from that particular sale, and then how it will then translate in a foreign market. So many of us don't really think about this, but you've been working with a company called Lumon, who are quite well known across Europe for their expertise in
Yeah.
this field, particularly lovely chap actually, called Steve Eakins, who we heard from at the Kerfuffle conference, really knowledgeable in this area. Lee, for those of us that aren't familiar with what they do for you, just describe your experiences so far, please.
Yeah, fine. I mean, as you very accurately mentioned, Steve is great, and I think Steve is a real live wire in this field, and I think his enthusiasm certainly comes across when he came and delivered a presentation to our guys. But effectively, what Lumon do is they will help clients move their money internationally at the right time. Obviously, we all know that the exchange rates are continually fluctuating, and that can mean the difference of thousands and thousands of pounds when you get into the upper echelons of some of the prices people are paying for property. So a small movement can be, 10, 50, 20, 30, 40,000 pounds. It's ridiculous money, hundreds of thousands of pounds in some cases. So this was introduced to us initially through our Fine and Country Association. And we saw the benefits of it quite quickly. And it's amazing how many people, when you really dive into it, are actually moving money internationally. You've just got to ask the question. And actually, the minute that comes up, our guys now are perfect at spotting the opportunity. And we'd need to do nothing more than suggest to the client, look, we've got an expert, they're international currency partners. They can talk to you about the best time and the most efficient way to move your money, which could save you thousands of pounds. His name's Steve Eakins. I'd love to get him to give you a call. When's the best time to do that? And we need to say nothing more than that. We send a referral across to Steve, and Steve does the rest. And believe you me, he is absolutely brilliant at converting those people. So we've sort of rolled it through from our Fine and Country business into our general, residential business as well. The teams within our offices, within our branches, have actually been sending several referrals through, and they're seeing the benefits of that, both in terms of the service quality that we're now offering to people, and just those little points of difference. You're always looking for a point of difference as an estate agent to differentiate yourself and maybe win that instruction or get a better fee or whatever it might be. If you can start to talk confidently about moving money internationally, if that's relevant to that client, you're already ahead of the game with people. So I think it's been beneficial to us, not just in helping people, but actually improving our service standards and actually helping us to win more business and at better fees as well.
Yeah, that's it's fascinating when it can sort of add to your bottom line, but also, as you say, really sort of expand your service offering, so that you're offering services that most other agents don't ever think about.
No,
Um,
crikey.
and,
No,
and
they wouldn't talk about it in my patch, definitely. There would be no other agent, I'd be 100% confident of that would be able to talk confidently about how we can help them move their money internationally and save them money, more importantly.
And it can impact on the deals that you're doing as well, because I presume if there's more of a saving for that customer moving their money abroad, then perhaps they're a bit more flexible on the price that they want to achieve, or it can feed into the deal itself.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think the biggest thing that stuck out for me when we were listening to, how Steve can help people is, as a transaction progresses, the money is continually moving up and down. And actually, if through that process, the money has moved significantly, in the favor of the person buying or selling, then it can make a massive impact, on that deal and actually help you to put a deal together. If money is at a slightly less favorable rate one day, but a week later it's a much more favorable rate, we can always ring the client back and say, look, actually, that money that you were offering there yesterday is actually now worth this. It can sometimes close the gap on those deals. So, just knowing we've got that ability. And Steve's and Lumon, they do give us, regular updates weekly. We have a little WhatsApp club is the best way to describe it.
Yeah.
And Steve's continually firing through really useful information to us that will really be helpful within our conversations, with those people to help to structure some of those deals and give the right advice as well at the right time. So it's been really, really, really useful, very useful on that side.
So you'd highly recommend speaking to Steve. Any agents that haven't really considered this, it adds to your bottom line. It keeps your customers happy, and your staff seem to sort of give you good feedback as well as the support they're getting from Steve.
100%. The staff love it. it's another income stream for them because they get, some kickback from making that referral. And actually, the rewards can be, pretty good, because they pay pro rata to the deal. Being honest, it's a no-brainer. I think if you are an estate agent, what have you got to lose? It's not going to cost you a penny. But what it will do is it will set you apart from your competition. It will make you more efficient. It will put more deals together for you. And actually, it makes you a bit of money at the end of the day. And all you have to do is say, speak to Steve. And he does the rest. I promise you, he's exceptionally good. Yeah.
Lee, thank you so much again for your insight and your time as always. Thank you.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you, David.